back here with Tales of Zestiria, where we're gonna have another chill grind sesh, although this one being a bit more grindy-oriented and less explory-oriented. 3 quick notes before we get into this riveting thing where I'm gonna, my aim was to be up at like level 36, just something like to push us a little above where I think we ought to be, so that we don't have to do another one of these for a little bit. Although with Chalk now, I've been like so excited about getting all this new gear that has it on it. Feather and Rongus, and then this one's got Shock, and then this one's got Shock, and like I'm gonna try and build it so that we have a bunch of side gear that has like 3 shocks on it so that we can just equip it, paralyze them, throw it off, and get our better gear back on. That said though, this one has great art attack. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna be doing this episode is I'm gonna be building that equipment and trying to get to level like 36 or something crazy like that in the next few hours. Also, I said earlier at some point that Iron Stances doesn't really matter for our humans because they don't cast. I forgot that if you armatize, you combine both your skills, meaning if you have shield, then whenever you armatize, your spells will have Iron Stance on them, which would be great. Because I think if I recall correctly, when you Iron Stance something, your charge up meter for your spell leaps ahead, so you do the spell faster. So it's not just that you tank one hit, but it comes out faster at that rate, which would be great for something like Arrow Skull that takes a bit of time, but it's very overwhelming once you get a volley of it going. I unlocked a battle action for doing something that I forget, called Swift Promenade, where if you do 4 of the quick dodges in a row correctly, then it just says it reduces the damage, reduces the required blast gauge for Mystic Arts by 1. I'm guessing that means the rest of the Mystics for the rest of the battle have a reduced cost, but this is another one of those situations where I wish they had slightly more information to explain what this means, because I'm not entirely sure. Yes, and I turned on the Lord of the Land feature of Sanctification, and so if you do that, if you head up to the Lord of the Land, in this case, if I headed over to Syndra and spoke to her, any of your gear that hits plus 10, you can turn it into like what it becomes the prized version. So we had an Amber Sword that was plus 10, becomes prized Amber Sword, and I think the chief thing is that the first slot effect, it basically acts as though there are 2 of them. It doubles its effect. So here, if I got to sanctify this one, this Void Slasher would have the non-elemental attack power plus 20%, I think, is how it works. So I did that with the Amber Sword and then promptly sold it because all I did was add the defense thing, so from like 4% to 8%, which was not too thrilling. Oh yeah, and just one other thing, I was trying to, I ground a bit. I'm a little stronger than last episode because I was trying to grind a bit off camera while I had a render going, and that did not go so well. It was super slow, and like the audio was all delayed, so it would be like you would get into a battle, and then like 3 minutes later, it would do like you go for a few seconds and then freeze, and then like 10 minutes later, you would hear Saray from an hour ago saying like, "Man, I'm kind of hungry." That's not an insult of the game, to be absolutely positively clear. There are very few games you can play while you have a render going on your computer. That's a very taxing process. It was just funny is the only reason I bring it up. Anyway, grind engage. Ow. Also, actually, something I learned is that, I didn't even notice this, but your forward, marshal as Lila's Armatus is a projectile. And it goes very far. So that'll be very helpful for some fights.
For losers, big losers.
Wow, nice comeback, Edna. I feel so destroyed. Fairy piercings. Ooh. Look at that art attack. Ooh. Herb. Lavender! Yes! About time. Doink. Oh yeah, and about that Swift Promenade thing, I'm kind of like, I don't know that I would want it even if I was positive what it meant, because the chance of me getting 4 of those in a row is like, have you ever seen me get 4 in a row? I got 3 in a row on the 9-headed serpent before I immediately died. It's a shame none of the enemies in this area specifically drop, or in the area of the blessing, in fact, specifically drop short swords. They can drop them, but they don't have a tendency to drop short swords, women's armor, boots, or any of the stuff that Rose can use, basically. So if I'm trying to build a gear for her to get like a shock on a bunch of gear, it'll be a little slower than for Saray, for instance, who they give the earrings more frequently. The other cool thing about this, actually, is that since shock and feather are not the same element, so I think there's something like, if they're the same element, it doesn't necessarily take their rarity. It just does some of the same element anywhere in between there, maybe. But anyways, that's sort of inconsequential, because since these are different elements, feather and shock, these ones that we're getting so often, it means it'll do in between their rarities. So either a blast gauge one or an effect one, meaning it could be any of the effect ones, potentially, and we can get a whole bunch of other effects from this if we merge a bunch. Although that's a little tedious, I guess. And it's better to just wait till we get the other ones, because we're going to be getting the other status ones soon. Once we get poison, I'm probably gonna do this exact kind of episode again, to be honest. Just get a bunch of poison gear, because that'll be so awesome. Dude man over here has some new dialogue. Let's have a chat. Oh, if it isn't my favorite young man. Thank you for bringing back Syndra safely. I've missed this so much. I've ruined the game's dialogue. Now I have nothing to worry about. She chose to come back of her own accord, yes? In that case, all is well. Please put your faith in her, just as I have. Sure. Let's talk to her. Does she have anything new to say, I wonder? No, that's the same. Ooh, I actually could sanctify my fire ring right about now. I don't see why not. Conflagration ring. Okay, so it doesn't always just say prized. Nice. Defera effect doubled. It doesn't mess with my stats on it, right? No, okay, those are the same. Nice, that's why it says Defera ×2 now. Oh man, I can't lock gear if no one can equip it, because you can only lock it from the equip screen. I hope I don't actually suddenly sell Leech's old ribbon. Maybe it makes more sense to only have the shock one on right now, so I get a bunch of those gear, because I don't really want a mix of shock and feather. I'm mostly looking for shock, but I was having the other Norman on for the... said it would increase the level of the enemies, but... maybe I'll just try it like this for a bit. Hermvika! What is this? Ooh, it naturally has Preventi. Oh, I kind of like that. I mean, it'll be more cool when we actually have Preventi, so I could get Preventi on like 4 slots of a thing, so it might not be worth gathering for now, but, well, I guess there's no way for me to specifically gather that, is there? Till I find one, like, it's either gonna show up or it isn't, I guess. Whoa, hello. We found one that has got all 3 of these, nice. I mean, that's the lad's set for vests, basically, because... any of them can equip that in the middle of battle, throw a paralysis out, so I don't really feel the need to build this one now, although, I mean, stats are way better in defenses. But we're not going to be wielding it for that long, I guess, so it's not really a big deal. I wasn't really looking to build good gear with all 3 paralysis things, just some gear with it, because it doesn't need to be good as long as we can swap back to our good stuff in mid-battle. And the other cool thing is that if you just equipped this and didn't have any other shock, that would give you another blast, because it would be a 3 stack. Oh my god. He already had one though, so it's up to 40% for him. Sweet. Anyway, so that's a vest gone. Oh, and she just got some new gear in from... oh god! I didn't know this was a thing. What the hell? Fake chest! Fake chest! This game has mimics! Piss off! Attempting escape? It gets to do what? No, don't you dare! How do I stop it from... what? That's a bunch of bullshit. That was a waste of time. I didn't know it could do that. Oh, but it's a way high art attack for her as well. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna keep it around. Sage! I realize I'm not giving Dezel, like, any of the perma buffs, which is really mean. It's just... I feel like he's doing alright. And he's kind of a mixed dude. He's got fair range, art attack, and normal attack, and decent defenses. He's just, I don't know how to specialize him. But I do know how to specialize the other ones. I feel like he is sort of special as an all-rounder, kinda. Ooh, nice. He's got a normal pendulum now that just has a bunch of shock on it. So he equips that, and this 60% paralysis capability. Also, Aegis prevents petrify and your knockback chances halved. Wow. For a 6 stack of a non-elemental. Punch! Ooh, what could be over on this side? Oh, there's a whole bit to explore over there. I better do that in a minute after I go get my thing that I ordered. Oh wait, but this one here is a side thing. Whoa! Oh, I see. That's the shortcut. That thing that was... Finally, I found another thing that has Phoenix on it, so I'm gonna put that on just to see how it stacks with 2 Phoenixes. Is it up to 40? Holy crap. Okay, so how does that even happen? It must only be the one time per battle then, because if you had it up to 100%, then that would just mean you never die, which sounds busted as hell. If it really is only one time, that's kind of lame. Unless maybe you stack it even more and it doesn't go 20 each time, it goes like 40, and then it goes to 45, and then like 47, and then like barely gets to 50. Like the max you could have it is 60 or something like that. I don't know. I'll just keep building it and see, trying to build stuff like that and see how I can get on. Ooh. I can mix these two and get poison and paralysis on this one. Cool. Oh, interesting. And then because the second one, even though it's poison, which is good, is sealed, I could mix these two together to not only get a +6 dagger, but I keep the Phoenix and then just get 2 fatigues on this normal one. Interesting also. And if I'm going to be having a separate set for paralysis, then that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I lose the poisoning capability, but we'll be getting another. I lose the poisoning and the dragon capability, but I'm kind of tempted to do that because we keep the Phoenix and then we get 2 fatigues. I'm doing it. This is cool also because I could find 2 with like a lame first skill like this one, merge them, and then now that it's sealed, I could just stack that onto my normal one to increase the level a bunch without changing any of the skills. Well, in this case, I might want to change the skills because the skills on this one aren't like super exciting as it stands. Ah, add an instay without a conversation. I must be wearing them thin. It's like the first time that's happened ever. I wonder if once you hit max level for blessing, if the things do anything. Like if offering items does anything. Only one way to find out. Ooh, you can just get one that increases your movement speed. I hella want that. Oh, also this one has been triggering a lot and I've been confused. So between Phoenix, the Mabo Curry Bun, and this, there's been a lot of stuff resurrecting us. Oh, skip.
I could say I'm a fan of this paper fan. No, that's too
She's practicing her puns.
So awake? The first time I've seen you with your hair down.
I need to set it properly to make sure it doesn't get in the way during battle.
Yeah, that's the solution.
Pain. I just cut mine when it gets too long.
Well, I think you have radiant hair.
Aw.
You really think so? How long did it take you
I
to
just
grow
cut
your
it.
hair?
I think it's nice.
I can't really recall a time when my hair was short, honestly.
You mean you can't remember because it was so long ago? You have been around for a while.
Oh
huh?
god, careful how you say that.
Indeed. When you've been around as long as I have, you forget even what you had for dinner 2 nights ago.
It was
Pretty sure
Marble
even
curry
humans
buns, I'll
can't
remind you.
remember that.
I don't remember the first word I learned to say either.
We don't remember those
Once
either.
Again, welcome to the world of mortals.
Aw. That was super sweet. I don't remember the first word I said. Oh, everyone's saying the weather's getting nicer. Look at all the effects that we're having on the world, positively speaking. I feel like such a goody two-shoes right now. This is awesome.
Saray, is your sword style self-taught?
Yep.
Your grip, swing, and focus need work. But otherwise...
Well, that's just like everything, though.
Of course not.
No.
Your grip, swing, and focus need work. Wait, but what else? So what did he do right? Also, big talk from a man who fights with a necklace. No, obviously I wouldn't want to get hit by that. I'm being helpful right now. Corundum Lore. What a name for a weapon. Ooh, it's almost like nicer than this one, to be honest. Way higher art attack, but the same, both double shocks. Let's keep them both, why not? I didn't realize that when you chain blast like that, all the spells after take a less mana as well, so you can use the one. Normally, Flare Vortex, it takes so much mana that you only have enough mana in your entire bar to do it twice. But if you do it in the middle of a chain, like this, then you can go 1. Ah, damn it, they broke it, so I couldn't show you. But you can do 4 in a row, basically. And it's a freaking powerful spell, so it's worth doing. Extrinsic Sword, a warped blade intricately constructed using now-forgotten methods. The swish-like sound produced when swinging it is as enigmatic as the sword itself. Kaiser Road. A pair of men's shoes legendary on the battlefield for their ability to leave no tracks where the wearer has walked. Cool. Equal attack and art attack, and it's got penetrate as a neutral. Shock and Animalia on it already. Kinda dig that. Might be more up Dezel's road, I guess. Double attacks and those useful skills. I want that, yeah. Oh, there's a save point I never hit here. Don't mind if I do. Whoa! Oh, man. You must be one of them big ones. Let's give it a try, why don't we?
That Hellion sure is flashy.
I don't like it. I'll pluck out all its feathers. Sometimes even sheep want their wool cut.
Well, sheep are different.
Yeah, and Want is very presumptuous of the situation right now. Alright, it's not absolutely murdering us immediately. Yeah, that's good. Woo! I've quick dodged it, so I got a bunch of blast gauge for that. Might even get a mystic going on here. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. No, let me go! Oh god, thank you, guys, for saving me. Whew. Here we go. Okay, they don't like one-shot you in junk, so this could be very doable. And they don't resist water or fire, so we're at the perfect armorizations right now. That wasn't very good. This might be one of them situations where we want to throw a lot of projectiles, I think. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna go down without too much of a fight. I guess, could you actually increase these things' levels with if I had more Norman set to this area? That's an interesting thought. Or do these things always have a static level, I wonder? Oh god, wait, go wait. Doesn't have any special attacks really, it's just a bunch of charges and pecks. So as long as you're dodging sideways, you can avoid most of it. That was a mistake in every sense of the word, but it worked. It was just not the right thing to do at all. This will be like the second of these that we've beat, and the first that we beat on the first try, if I can manage it right about now. I'm gonna keep doing these long-rangey things, that's for sure. Rain of... Is that what it's called? Is that the skill? Rain of Fire, yeah. Oh god, that hit me from behind. Wasn't what I was expecting. You suck, Saray. I'm gonna just wait for more people to be around before I try and battle this thing myself. It is doing a lot of attacks very quickly. There we go, water, that's the stuff. Soul Resonance! That didn't do anything. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check this out! Wham! Ah, damn it. Sorry, Edna. I did my best, Edna. Why did you just do Flare Vortex by herself, Lila? You feeling alright? Da 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 da. We just have so much damage going out on this thing, so it's not... We're not getting outclassed too hard here. I mean, obviously their damage is wild, but they won't stand us for very long. Well, I healed him and immediately died, so I feel very smart for having done that at that particular moment. Now wouldn't be well. I was gonna say now wouldn't be a bad time to try out to see if I can get this thing paralyzed by swapping gear, but with these like super beasts that are hanging around, they one-shot you pretty hard. Like, most of the regular bosses don't, like, one-shot you per se, so I feel like I'd be more comfortable practicing it on one of them. Or really, I should be practicing on normal enemies, I guess. But I guess my thing is just, like, I don't know if normal bosses can even be paralyzed in the same way other enemies can. Alright, this thing's attack patterns are... You can just run away from it, basically, no matter how slow you are, more or less. So a little patience will go a long way here. Oh, God! Why did I do that? I'm so close. Frozen Quartz is going to hell? Is that what you just said? Because I don't think that makes any sense, Edna. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Wham! Aw, really? She was even hitting them with air pressure. That's no so mean. You're mean, game. You're mean! Nice, got it. Whew. An almost orb, but also peacock feathers. Oh, and Rose just ordered something. Cool. What are peacock feathers about? Feathers in the peacocks of Mallory, the Patino Forest. The purpose is kept a secret from children. Huh? As in their purpose for the peacocks? Or their purpose for what humans use them for? Oh, there's a monolith down here. Cool. Yes, I understand how grade works, I think. Poison Ward. Ooh. It's got paralysis all over it, too. Oh, but that's actually good. A ring now that we have with paralysis. So, altogether, I could go, like... Or even Dezel, best example. This one, this one, this one, in the middle of a battle. 90% paralysis capability. Halves damage over 1,000. What? If you stack 9 of a non-elemental? That's so cool! Dude, there's so many cool skills. I gotta be careful to remember which ones you actually had on before. I think I had you on the slow ward, but I don't actually see why. Doesn't give you any new skills. It may add some stackage. Nah, go with this one. Just keep the paralysis one on, I guess. Ooh, if we get a bunch of stuff for you, we might even be able to see what the incantation group union is. I'm really curious about what that group union is. We still don't have a gold key, man. Golden key, I guess I should say. But diggity dang, this is where the Norman stuff is gonna get really interesting real soon. Bam! It actually occurs to me now we should probably go back to the old crypt, right? And see what kind of stuff is behind that wall that you needed the earth one for. But not before I check all this stuff over here. Check what? Oh, bunnies! Glenwood rabbit. Aw! Yummy bunnies.
Oh, look!
There's a rabbit.
It's a Glenwood rabbit.
Looks
So
yummy.
yummy.
What?
You got a problem?
You're talking, yummy cute, right?
Yeah, cute. And delicious.
You didn't know? Rabbit flesh is a rare
I've
treat.
had rabbit. It is
I'm
good.
aware that they're consumed sometimes, but
You'll understand once you take a bite.
Here, I'll catch this one for you and cook it up.
I mean, I wouldn't be so eager to just like...
Okay, we'll save
I
the
see every
flesh
bunny and I'm just like, ah!
I'm fine. Seraphim don't need food.
Really? If you say so.
It's cool. We'll just dry it and take it along. I love bunny jerky.
Ooh, I'm game.
What are you doing? Run!
It ran away.
Dezel, you startled the poor thing, you meanie.
You're concerned for its welfare now?
Yeah, I don't know that upon seeing a bunny in the wild, I would have the instant bloodlust that Rose and Saray did, but bunny is good. Yoink. Chamomile. Bing. Dezel learned Hellgate creates a shredding vacuum wave in the crossing wake of twin wind spirits. For it's higher than Vengeant Fangs. This is kind of cool. And it gives a bunch of art defense too. It would bring your art defense even higher than your normal defense. That's wild. Sure, put that on. Also just a natural maximum blast gauge +1. Whoa, look at the skills on this one. I just put him up to 11 here, reduces casting time by 40%. Wow. Oh, sorry, it's the one from before. It wasn't for stacking non-elemental, just stacking anything to 9 gave it the, whatever the cool one that 9 had was. Okay, so it maxes out at 100%. Which suggests to me that just means that I have a 100% chance on every hit to paralyze now. I'm going to test that out. I'm going to play as Dezel for a moment here and see if that's true. Because if so, that's freaking awesome. Well, I mean, I assume that for bosses, it then adds, like quarters it or something. So it's like, yeah, 100% unless it's a boss kind of thing. But even still, 25% or whatever it comes out to on bosses would be amazing. Because it gets lower each time you add it, right? But if it's 100%, then it wouldn't get lower each time, I think. I guess, anyway. So that didn't paralyze it. Nothing I'm doing yet is paralyzing them. Oh, does it have to... It doesn't have to be something that would already paralyze them, does it? Like guard decay? Apparently not, because that didn't do anything. I mean, I'm just spamming it with paralysis. Only one of them got paralyzed. I have no idea what it means then. What does paralysis... I mean, it's plus 100%, I guess, but... So it just only doubles it? Then why would it cap it at 100? Huh. Oh wait, I hit someone with a neutral attack and it paralyzed them there. So maybe it doesn't just refer to paralysis ones, maybe it also means neutral attacks, but it's another thing apparently that I really wish was more clear in what that actually meant. I mean, it was still paralyze them pretty quickly, so in a one-on-one boss, or a 4-on-1 boss fight, that would be helpful. No mistake. Sorry, I never actually looked at the scenario skill we got for Lila. They said something about it having to do with titles. Oh, on every title it now says it. All burn effects healed upon aromatization. Cool. As for trying to find out what that status inflicting thing does, like whether or not what paralysis plus 100% actually means. Let me see if I can figure that out by looking in the book a lot. Okay, so people, I think what it is it's plus 100%, meaning if a skill has an X% chance to paralyze them, it multiplies that by 2. So if what was the one? Guard decay? Guard decay does it doesn't say how much. It has a chance of inflicting paralysis. Whatever that chance is, it doubles it if I have plus 100%. Except that doesn't make sense because we definitely have been able to actually inflict paralysis just by doing a normal melee attack. So what are the chances of hitting it on a normal melee attack, I guess? Because if it's normally 0%, then plus 100% of that would do nothing. But it doesn't do nothing, so I don't understand. All the way. Can you just see the beautiful mind letters going beside my face, but it's actually just like the milk spilling in my head, like Patrick. Like they're both happening at the same time. I may or may not feel like green screening that in. That stack 11 skill, though. Oh my god, we've got so many new ones now that I've been stacking all kinds of random stuff. Or sorry, stack 9 is the one I thought was cool. Oh wait, hang on, I should be looking at all these. Aster, double damage on the 10th, 20th, and 30th hit, etc. Prevents petrify. Right. Blast gauge cost of Mystic Arts reduced by 1. Oh, if you just have 7. What? Oh, that's cool.
A real handmaster, it'll always use at least one, though. Limit to how life gets its contours.
I mean, that's badass anyway. So can you double? Yeah, it says max equipped, so surely you can... Yeah. If you have two that are stacked to 7, then your Mystic Arts would only cost 1. And if you had 4 blast gauge, you could just do 4 in a row. So this would be worth investing in some gear, trying to find a setup that gives you a multiple of 7. Recovers 25% of damage you take. I mean, that's pretty good.
Basically makes you undead. You start eating brains, though, and I'm gonna have to put you down.
And halves damage over 1,000. That's also awesome. So there are some really useful ones. Oh, come on. Surely I gotta just get 10 right now and see what that does. Are you kidding? I don't have any combination that gives me 10. This is awkward as hell. Nah, bugger. And now I've messed the gear all up. Ooh, what does 2 preventes do? How does it bring it up to 60? Okay, so it's 30 on each. So you had 10 of those, and that's reducing it by 300 damage. I mean, that's... Bosses are doing like 2,000s. That brings it from like 2,000 to 1,700, which is still gonna kill you, probably. It wouldn't be the thing for Lila, anyway. You're always balancing like 6 different things when you're trying to build your characters in this game. It's a very involved process. Or so it feels to me. But it also personalizes the hell out of it. I bet no one else has the stupid setup that I have, where everyone's got like 4 different shock capabilities. When did I get Asura Edge? Whoa, cool. does like a whole little crossy thing. I love the ones you can tell which ones I use most. 1213, 1271, 214, 1461, 130. Dream Slasher? When did I get that? Performs a downwards dive kick, then throws 6 short swords formed of mana. Can be used in aerial combos. Better form of Glimmer Dragon, wow. Oh, cool, okay. But how many of those are likely to hit? I guess it's better on a bigger enemy. 5 stars. Gonna put the ice one back on for now, but against large enemies, that could be very good. Oh, okay, this one. Well, funny that we were just looking at that. I finally found what 10 stacks does, and it multiplies every time you use an art. It increases the times used by twice the amount it would normally, which I guess is the idea, is that it you get your proficiency up faster. What that precisely does, I'm not sure. I think maybe you do more damage with that move. Maybe? So if I want combo hits, I go left, right, I do this one, that one, and then the 1,000 daggers. I see. I see everything now. I said I was doing less exploring this now, but now I want to go to like all the dungeons, like the crypt again.
This isn't happening.
Edna.
Is this my all?
Oh, I'm getting this now. Okay. For whatever reason. Oh god, it's new attack. Whenever I got a perfect quick evade on this thing before, I was like, oh, I should just keep waiting because it's gonna do another attack soon. But really, once I get a quick evade, I can instantly start a combo, especially if I'm doing fire stuff, because it doesn't resist that necessarily. I'm gonna go for Divine Faceplate. It's probably a mistake, but I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, I got it. Hell yeah. Oh my god, this thing is toast. Once you get a good volley going. And do quick evade and do it again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ah, go away. Oh, the Miracle of Life thing saved us. Oh, thank you guys for starting the combos. Please elixir for Teos sometime soon. We have no health. Do it. I dare you. I dare you. Quick evade that. Combo again. Oh man, this is so cool. Okay. Almost gone. I knew it would just be a matter of finding how to do it. Oh man, quick evading everything. I knew it would just be a matter of like, once you get through this thing's weak point. Oh man, that was so badass.
You have more than enough talent for it. Don't push yourself too hard.
Only like a minute and a half. Nice job, us. This really is. There is a big thing. This is one of them games where it's like, if you outnumber your opponent, which in most boss fights you do, it's just about finding their weak point and then absolutely laying down pressure on it. It's really satisfying when you finally get it after dying a million times on it. And this is good XP too, so they're worth getting at the time that you can get them, because like, if I wait till I'm level 90 and get it, then the XP won't be like anything to me, so it's certainly not a waste to do it now. Back before I had to go take wigs for a walk in my town with my daughter on a day like this. Not now, though. Oh man. Goddamn. Bacon-wrapped asparagus? When battle time is less than 10 seconds, you receive a 40% gold bonus. Okay, well that's not likely to happen, though. But that's cool for, like, if you're way overpowered for an area. I dig that. Here all the time is my customer rank now.
You dropped something.
Oh, thanks. That's the equipment order form.
Order form? You mean the one you have to bring to the storm?
Yep. Are you interested?
I guess I do wonder about how business.
It's all gonna be like mumbo jumbo to him.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you lived your whole life without money.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't really seen it before I went to Lady Lake.
Well, money's an important part of human society, especially considering the equipment we use can mean life or death out there. You want to learn?
Yeah. Please, teach me the basics.
Oh, did she then give him item ordering or something like that? Oh, nice. Oh, so we could both have that on and stuff. I don't mind him having on snacks right now, although this one is certainly more interesting. Yeah, it doesn't actually say if having two of us on the same one will help, but I'm gonna try it. I'm getting used to all this stuff in Sindra's domain. The second we leave here, I'm gonna be like alone in the dark with none of my Lord of the Land skills, so sad and incapable. Now that we can clear through powerful domains and all, there's probably a hell of a lot we can explore, aside from like all the stuff that's it was all blocked off before. So this area down here, I don't think we were able to go, or did we ever try? I can't remember. No, sorry, it was this area, and then the Great Camelot Bridge. I mean, we should definitely. I'm tempted to think I'll do a second side episode, a 36B, if you will, after this little grind sesh where we go around exploring some other stuff. That is, if I don't do it right now. I mean, actually, we might even have time, he said, checking his phone anxiously. I have school obligations. He said, pouting that he can't spend all his time running around a fantasy world. Go away!
I can't believe there are so many hellions out there.
You're telling me. Resistant body. The time spent staggering after an enemy attack is reduced by 20%. Nice. I'll put the nimble feet one on though. I wonder if that it stacks with my my wind stepping. Like if it makes something greater than the max wind step normally. I don't think it does get any faster than max wind step. Or maybe I can't actually tell. We're going pretty fast. We're going unobjectionably fast. Oh no, it definitely was going faster when we were in the Lord of the Land area just a second ago. But whether or not that's just because I haven't reached max wind step right now, I'm not sure.
There's a message from Lastenbell regarding the order.
Is there now? I didn't hear Rose say it, so I wonder if that means it is working separately. Oh no, wait, they both say it. They both have the thing active, so I don't know whether it's more helpful to have them both on it or what. But it's raising his proficiency in it anyway. 60,000 damage. Good goddamn! I hit like 50 of them with it. Well, I mean, I know there were only 5 enemies, but I hit them all with that. That was badass. I think we got a new battle action, folks.
Remember to take good care of your equipment.
I mean, I'll try. Retribution. Armortize. Damage received the last time you defended is added to your next attack as damage. However, this effect cannot exceed your maximum HP. Well, if I received my maximum HP, would I not die? Oh, unless you're saying it stacks. So, like, if I'm blocking and it goes like, dush, 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 and then someone heals me, dush, 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 dush. Okay, I think I get it. And how much AP is that? Because that's just like free damage as far as I'm concerned. I kind of want that. I'll prioritize Just Execution over it, but I might want it more than Deadly Rage. So I'll wait till I get Just Execution before getting this. That's cool though. This is dope. The only ones I have left to do to unlock things, at least as far as we can see, are do a lot of dodges, which I'm going to do eventually anyway. Do a lot of battles, which I'm going to do eventually anyway. Do a lot of combo hits. That's probably the hardest one of the bunch that we have here to do. Do a lot of armortizations. That'll happen eventually. Do a lot of Mystic Arts. That'll happen eventually. So a lot of the stuff is just like, it'll happen eventually now, rather than, there's a really hard thing I have to do to get this one. Combo hits are going to be tough to get that high, but we find a big tanky enemy, we'll manage it. Look at all the effects that she has on this now. Time you can't use items is reduced by 15%. What? Cool, I dig it. I mean, I'm kind of like avoiding using items in boss fights now because I want those achievements where it's like, do it without using items. I hope there's one for the last boss doing it that way, because I bet you I will be able to do it. All right, get in here. Let's see what this is. What kind of goodies may be lying in wait for us here on this side of the wall? Oh, there's actually a fair bit of dungeon around this part. Oh. There's this whole back section here. Wow. Ah. Yoink. Ooh. Ooh, sweet. Okay, I might actually want to merge this. I wonder what the sanctified version of a garish pink shirt is. Super ugly pink shirt. Ooh, there are some herbs here. Don't diggity mind that. Ooh. Yes, please. Excitement. Excitement. Ooh, there's a Norman. Why, hello there. Mirag. That's Blast, isn't it? No, it's an S one. I don't really want that on any of the ones I'm actually using, so let's put that's what we can use all of our original gear for, is just stacking Norman stuff that we don't actually want onto. Nice. And helpful to know that some of the Norman may be in areas we've already explored, just behind new walls and stuff. Whoa, there's a save point down here. Does that mean there's going to be some kind of spooky raid boss behind this wall here? I hope so. Because look at the way the map is shaped. Oh yeah, what the hell is this? I want to fight it. Wonk! Serket. Weak to earth and physical. Nice. Oh, and I paralyzed it.
So it's not a scorpion, but a scorpion-like creature?
You can look at it that way, but be careful.
Of course I'm going to be careful.
To multiple elements, so we'll need to observe their attack patterns. Okay, got it.
Yeah, his resistances were the big thing here, but look at me piling on the whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no. Wait, I made it bad. Fairy circle! Help me! And everyone died. Ah, God, it's got a spell. I don't like that. Okay, but I can overwhelm it because it's weak to a thing that I have. So as long as I'm dodging those spells, I can be doing this sort of thing. And quick evade that, and start combos and do lots of damage. Okay, this is not undoable or anything like that. It would be nicer if I had the Mystic for the Earth Armatization, but whatever. I keep missing the... Sorry, Edna. Punch! Oh my god, that felt like that should have worked way better than it did. Okay, I can do this sort of thing to charge up a lot of blast gauge, which is be good for doing the Divine Basalt Blow if they start a combo of any kind. This is going to be one of them, kind of like Behemoth, where as long as we gotta be like dodging around and then just killing it before it gets to do anything scary. Would be nicer if it were weak to fire, or not, at least not resistant to it, so I could actually use all this blast gauge on Flamberge. But whatever. Can't win them all. Ah, no, no, no. I made it bad there. Okay, it's pretty slow. He said. Ooh, but also, Sleeping Dragon will work because Earth. Sweet. So all I gotta do is be careful of this spell! Ah. Oh, I can use my Mystic because it's weak to physical. I dig that. Yeah! Here you go. Alright, there's some tactics for you. I think I'd prefer the Armatization because I'd get Edna's incredible defenses from that, but whatever. Oops. Okay, this is very doable though.
Dazzle.
Didn't dodge that very well, guys.
Need to observe their attack patterns. Okay, got it.
Look at us just doing 10,000 damage at once. Wow. I'm gonna equip Dezel with his all paralysis stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try and get to 9 so that he can get his like halves damage over 1,000. Yeah, that'll be helpful for this, I bet. Because like that one that was 21 just now would have done like 1,000, and that applies to these two now that they're armatized. I'm pretty sure. Still killed them, but I bet it helped. Ah, I thought that wouldn't have hit. Oh my god, it's got a new projectile. Okay, but at least that one takes a long time to charge up. Oh, if I had dodged that properly, I would have been able to armatize someone up. I really have to keep my friends safe by doing combos here. Oh my god, I can get another Planet Blast here if I'm fast. Ah, I messed it up. Am I still hit though? Yeah, here we go. Nice. If they're stunned, it happens right away, so I should have done it faster. But okay, I have to keep my friends safe because I can start combos more easily and longer combos with my Earth stuff because they're weak to Earth. Don't do that. Oh my god. Well, so much for keeping my friends safe. Could use some heals. Thanks, Mikleo. Okay, maybe a little more than that. Maybe I'll do a fairy circle. Or not. Try something. I'll hit you. Oh yeah. Bet you weren't expecting that 3 damage, but that really shook up your plans, didn't it? Oh my god, I can pick up Saray. What am I doing?
I won't forget your voice.
I tried. There was an attempt. But considering we can do like 10,000 damage with that rock combo if we get really going, then and this thing has 25,000 health, we just need like 2 or 3 really good volleys of attacks. And it's kind of like the Behemoth where I really just gotta be absolutely nailing these perfect dodges, which I am now that I'm saying it, but I wasn't when it was necessary. Oh, Phoenix saved me there. That was close. And again? Did I see it happen twice? So can it happen twice? Or was it just that Lila also has it? No, Lila... No, wait, sorry. Edna, maybe? No, but it did just happen twice, right? I'm not going berserk? So it can happen twice, I think, which would be very useful if it were true.
It can't end here.
This is a cool-looking monster, too. Just like a skull scorpion. Phoenix, thank you. Ow. Ow. It's wild that the tail can hit from behind. I guess that makes sense though, doesn't it? That a tail behind someone should hit behind them as well. That should not surprise me really. Every time I dodge anything, stack on a few hits. But it would be common sense in any other game, but because in this game I'm always worried about the fact that they can get armor. But I think in this case, especially because it's especially effective, if I do a quick evade and then do it, the chances of them just armoring through it are pretty low. No, I'm bad. Actually, you know what? We don't need to not use items for this because there's almost definitely no achievement for it. That's, as we know, all I care about. So whenever they kill people, like my Seraph or whatever, I should probably just heal them with a life bottle. It's crazy how I basically have been not using life bottles at all anymore. But I mean, the game does give you a lot of power for resurrecting your friends, so I guess it makes sense. There's plenty of sense that I keep using it. Look at this damage! Let's see what crazy thing it pulls out at this health level, eh? Oh, nice starting that, Mikleo. Oh my god, and then it killed us all immediately. That's not what I expected. Ow! If I had been a little faster, I think I would have been able to capitalize off of Mikleo's little combo he did there. Even though it only did like 2 damage, it would have been able to let me do damage, is the important thing.
I can't be.
If I do this, 1, 2... Wait, hang on, if I do it right, and then chain blast it, and then do it again, boom, bam, nah.
Idiot.
I like your moxie.
But a scorpion-like creature?
That's awesome.
I can't be. Saray!
You know what this makes me want to do is challenge the serpent again. I won't have time today, but I should do a B episode, a 36B episode, where we go and challenge the serpent and then explore some of the other dungeons and stuff.
But it's
That one does a lot of damage, oh my god.
Edna.
Why did I do that when I'm alone? Oh my god.
Pretty much screwed.
Multiple elements, so we'll need to observe their attack patterns. Okay, got it.
Oh my god, it's paralyzed, this is great. Oh, it stopped being paralyzed very fast. Oh my god. Why did I say it?
I can't be. I'm in a bind. Be careful. I can't be. Ready, go. Quiver. Earth pulse. Take this.
What were they doing? They were just standing there. What the hell was that about? It was like a good 20 seconds of them just standing around. I'm close, but I'm getting antsy now, and I'm messing up all my dodges. He says, messing one up. Ah, god, I got to do it right out of the attack. That's not fair. The trick with this one is just never losing Edna's armatization, because it absolutely overwhelms this thing. Second Edna's back up. This will be easier. Come on, Edna. I need your help. No, not over there. She spawned on Saray, who didn't have enough blast gauge to res her. Or to armatize. Well, he was dead. Never mind, I don't know what I'm saying. Just ignore me. Point is, I wish she was with Rose so that they could armatize together because she was alive.
You suck.
God damn it. I was 2 seconds away from getting Saray up.
Okay, got it.
Ah, why did it just stop recording? I don't know. But I'm re-recording it. Okay, I have to stop now, apparently. How is my disk utilization 100% when none of the apps are using it? Sorry about that, that was so weird. I have no idea what happened, but I went to my school thing in between all that. My computer basically just died, and I got it back up, and we're gonna try this again. This is the last thing I'm gonna do in this episode, I promise. Next episode of this game will be there'll be 36B, and we'll go into the Camelot Bridge and explore around some other stuff, and then episode back into 37, we'll be actually going into the shrine thing that we were at. Oh my god, wait. Now it's lagging in hell again.
I was just sleeping.
And of course, the first time back, I nail it immediately. Hell yeah. So that was badass. I wasn't expecting to do it so quickly. Oh, and look at the XP. Okay, so we didn't get quite as far as I was hoping for level-wise, but oh, poor Lila's still at level 33. If we're gonna be slaying those every episode, then we're gonna be racing up in levels really quickly. I really wonder what the group unions for this one, this one, this one, and this one are. Oh, and this one, in fact. I think we know them for all these, right? This one is all stats plus. This one is... Oh, maybe I don't. All stats plus 20, and then the lances, you get a bunch of health back when you quick step. The H is you get a bunch of HP, max HP. The S is increased S3 recovery. This is this weird blast gauge thing that I don't really care for, and then we have no idea what any of the other ones are, and I really want to. What if this one is just like, you have a plus 50% chance to do any status ailment, so then they all just you get every status ailment every 2 seconds. That would be so cool. Anyway, that concludes this second chill grind sesh. Come back next episode, 36B, for another chill. It'll be a little more explory, that one. This one was a lot more grindy. And then a bit of explore around the end. I want to head to Camelot Bridge. I want to head over to this area and see if we can explore it a bit more before the story asks us to. And then we'll carry on in the thing that we were actually doing before we left, which is this Pendrago Shrine Church. Very, very good. Thank you very much for coming to this episode, by the way. The next video going up on the channel is going to be, I did a bit more playing on our Ocarina of Time EX playthrough. That is the 100% playthrough for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So we're getting more heart containers and golden skulltulas and all that fun stuff. And the next video coming after that will be episode 36B of this. And then I'll tell you what the other stuff is when we get there. Don't worry about it. So thanks a bunch for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. And what's gonna be out of here now. Peace! This is just like amazingly powerful combo, and speedy too. I can't see anyone getting through this really. It just happens so fast. And it's over 1,000 damage into one small 4-hit combo. We'll go home, I promise. Sorry, the cafeteria and that research is something else.